What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another EC video. Alright guys, new banner, and a lot of things have come out. So let's go through everything that's going on, and then we're going to look at the Zack and Matt banner and talk about what actually is an incredibly big difference of what I thought it was, especially with the R abilities, because we did discuss that, but everything else seemed kind of in line, so we're okay there. But let's talk about what's going on here right now. Okay, so first off, the Weapon Enhancement Rally event is going on, and the 7.77 million DL celebration, as well as the co-op battles for Shiva and Bahamut are out as well too. And then we have ourselves the 1,000 free gems for the crossover gift. I believe you have to log in the same day to receive it, so make sure you do log in to get yourself 1,000 free gems. And then of course there's a discount for the 7.77 million DL celebration, which guarantees you one or more 5-star weapon. And then we have the Zack and Matt weapon banner. This is what we're really going to focus on right now and talk about whether it's worth it or not. And then we're going to take a look at the skills, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so first off, let's look at that. That's going to be the more important one. So you guys can see here a couple different things have happened. So this draw here is only 300 gems. Again, these 300 gems are crazy. They're absolutely worth it for spenders, so definitely be taking advantage of that. I almost got all blue balls today. One 5-star sperm popped up and was like, let's go! And I got that. So so that was nice. So featured. We got ourselves a couple things to discuss, folks. Ceremonial Sword Centipede. Alright, so first off, Ceremonial Sword. Here is Zack's new weapon. Yo, Zack just be doing the most, eh? He's like, hey, Aerith, look at me, it's me, Forget Cloud, look at me, look what I can do, look at my acrobatics, look how I dress. Like, he's just straight up showing off when he's attacking now. Dude, like, none of that was required, all right? None of that was required. Okay, let's talk about the weapon. Jesus, man. All right, so first off, Ceremonial Sword. So let's go through the weapons and discuss a little bit about them and talk about what they do. And they're a lot more powerful than I originally had thought, guys. So that's a good thing. Especially with the R abilities, as I mentioned. That's where I didn't know how they were going to go in which direction, but if you look at it here, so first off, 700% physical non-elemental damage. Remember, this is a 5 ATB attacking weapon. Okay, I did the breakdown between Tifa and him and which weapon is better. I still would prefer Tifa's personally, only because of the 5 ATB versus the 4 ATB, and you guys can tell that animation looked pretty long. I mean, not super long. It's still pretty fast actually for what it was. Just again, Zack just doing the most. But nonetheless, crit rate 10%. Physical attack is increased by mid to high as we predicted, because that's what drastically means. The wording drastically will always be this effect, by the way, unless they finally change it. And then the support material here, physical attack, and sigil boost. So this is all perfect. This is amazing, as a matter of fact. So this weapon really has no faults, because you have the P attack and the boost physical abilities, giving Zack finally what he needed to become a potent physical ability user. Now you guys can see here, if you go to OB6, as I mentioned in the last video, you're getting 1,220, and then you're getting yourself potency high right away, which is pretty damn strong. So for you Zack mains, you're in a good place. This is a very good weapon, and I'm very impressed by this. Now, one thing to remember, the new weapon, or the new outfit that he has on, does not really complement the weapon that much. I don't think you need this personally. Now, it will extend the buff of the attack. If we go back here, let's see how long the attack lasts for. So 25 seconds to start with, 30 seconds to OB6, and then 35 seconds. I mean, you really don't need it to go that often, because you're most likely going to be casting this weapon fairly frequently to keep that buff up anyways. So this weapon really doesn't complement that. Now, if you do want to get the outfit, obviously, there are weapons that will help complement this outfit better. For example, the Cutlass, which does physical defense down, etc. Right? The Black Whisker, which does the water elemental and the physical defense down. So I mean, there are weapons out there for sure that will give Zack an opportunity to shine with some of his debuffing / buffing weapons. This one again though is not required. I believe Zack does have another outfit that you could get that will give him physical attack instead, so I would use that instead. All right, so that would be where I would focus on. Now the next weapon here is the one I'm actually more interested in, believe it or not, and that is the Centipede, which again is the freakiest insect in the planet. I can't believe they're actually calling it this, but I mean, it looks more like, you know what it looks like, to be honest with you? It looks like Renji's Zanpakuto. If you watch Bleach, you guys understand what I'm talking about. Zabimaru. It looks exactly like Zabimaru. So anyways, just pretty crazy that I just different color schematics. Everything else, if it just extended and went far, we'd be good. So anyways, magic healing 42%, range all allies. Physical, so P defense is increased by mid. Again, as predicted, heal and buff and debuff extension. Now, this is really, really good for Matt, especially because of his limit break and all of the other things that he can do, such as magic increase, physical defense increase, etc. This is actually amazing to have. Now, that outfit that Zack has would fit better with this weapon, in my opinion, and it's kind of odd that they went the other way around. So, if you look here, though, it goes to mid and then high. This is what I was wondering. Now, this right here makes this, to me, the most wanted healing weapon in the game. By far. Look at this. Boost heal 24 plus 24 for extension. If you go to 24 points, you're one off from getting 120% duration. The weapon here is worth everything to me. Like right now, this is the weapon I would want to go for, because look at this heal boost as well at 20%. If you put a good cure on here, you're set. So the fact that we can actually summon for this weapon is going to make me want this more than anything else. Forget Zack's weapon for me personally. Believe it or not, to me, the shining star here is this healing weapon, especially because I want to make Matt a good healer. He already has prime number, so he's already a good healer as it is, but prime number is automatically being replaced by this. And for those who are struggling on places like Bahamut and places like Tower 70, this is the weapon. For 110%, this is the weapon. You go for this weapon plus his Orthodox Raven, I believe, that has the magic defense up. You have an all-in-one buffing unit with buff extension, plus it gives you all the most important buffs and heals you at the same time. Even though it is 5 ATB, that one cure that he has as well too will really help single target heal. So the difference between this and prime number, of course, is the prime number is 4 versus 5. And obviously prime number doesn't give you the physical defense. I think it's worth having the physical defense up. So I'm curious to see how this works when it comes down to actual gameplay. Like I'm curious to see how long it takes to heal, etc. And if it's actually going to be a problem. Now I want to look at the actual skill. Yeah, I mean that looks badass. And I think that looked faster than prime number's cast, because prime number does the whole wind up. Here he just spun it around like, I don't know, like he's a cheerleader or something. Anyways, incredible banner. I have to admit, I really, really like this banner. Do I think it's better than crossover banner? I still don't think so. I think Tifa's weapon's still better, to be quite honest with you. But what this banner offers you is the best, in my opinion, healing weapon in the game when it comes down to buffing and healing at the same time. Yeah. I mean, this is an incredible weapon. Both weapons are really good. But again, that 5 ATB, that 1 extra ATB cost is what we really have to test and see. Is it worth it? Now, remember, Fairy Tail, prime number, I believe they're both 5 ATB as well. So Centipede easily outclasses those, no problem. The only reason why you still use the other one is if you have a maxed out prime number. But in that case, you don't really want it, because if you go to prime number here for even Fairy Tail, I think it's 5 ATB if I recall, right? Because I think any AOE heal is considered 5 ATB. So let's just go in here and take a quick little gander. But I'm very impressed, seriously, very impressed by this banner. So for those who have been waiting to summon on a Zack banner, you're in a good spot. Any Matt mains who use him as a healer, you're in a good spot. If I look here real quick, abilities, 5 ATB, yeah, I mean, like it's 5 ATB anyway. So yeah, the Centipede, to me, that's the sleeper right there. That's the one that I want. All right, guys, the pain. Again, we'll be doing a video on the events. I think it's a timed event again. I'm still going to keep going for Tifa's gloves, by the way, but I'm going to definitely be putting the Centipede and Zack's weapon onto my wish list. No brainer. Why would you not? They're incredible weapons, and they'll just make those characters stronger if you get them right. All right, guys, the pain. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.